So Secretary Chu, Steve, you have been quoted as saying that beginning with winning the Nobel Prize in 1999, and more so now that you are Secretary of Energy, that you went, and I quote, from being just a scientist doing his own thing to being looked upon as a representative of science. We think that is a quote. Now, the work of a research scientist is much different in some ways than the work of a national and global public policy maker and leader. You successfully operate in the upper echelons of both worlds. So could you just begin by talking to us a bit about the transition from the lab to the limelight? You know, what were some of the things that surprised you? What skills did you require? And what are some lessons learned for future scientists and engineers as we work to encourage them to get involved in public policy? You know, you have the unique distinction of being the first Nobel Prize winner in a major cabinet post. So tell me, when you were doing research at Stanford, you know, at Bell Labs or at LBL, did you ever expect to end up on The Daily Show, talking climate change with Jon Stewart?
I have to say no, because I never heard of The Daily Show until they asked me to go on it. And I said, what's this about? So, but seriously, that's true. But seriously, I think I would raise by my parents to believe that the highest level you can possibly achieve is to be a scholar at a great university and to do teaching research. And I have to say, after all these years, they were right. It's been downhill ever since. But also, to your point, it is very important that scientists are willing to step forward and serve the public. And this is truly a service job, because we do need more voices in the government at the highest levels that can actually say that these are the facts as we know them, these are the things you should think about, and that should be an integral part of the policy dialogue, because the country, the people are making decisions based on, and these are decisions that are deeply rooted in technology. So I think it's very important to do that. My only thing about how to deal, you asked me what was the big surprise. There are two surprises. One's a very good news story. That is, I found a number of people in public service, both elected representatives, people like Bart Gordon, but also people who are career people within agencies, including the Department of Energy, that were truly outstanding. They easily could have done much better, but they felt there was a mission, and they had to do, and they felt strongly that being in the government and working on these things mattered more than doubling your salary or tripling your salary. And this speaks volumes to, so that was a very pleasant surprise. There were other surprises. I didn't realize quite what some of the theater was as you go before in the public, but that's okay. The real important part is that there are Americans who are willing to step forward, and despite all that I say about going downhill ever since leaving a job at a professor at a great school like Stanford, it's that it was able to leverage something I deeply cared about and to get other people excited about it, and also trying to convince some of my closest friends to come forward and also serve in that respect. And so, in that sense, I don't regret it.
Well, thank you.